Fellow Daredevil fans, we are so back, baby. And this is my spoiler review of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 1 to let you know why I think that. First up, I want to talk about the opening scene on the ship, where they decided to kick off this season with a badass Daredevil action sequence, where we got this all-timer of a Daredevil shot with his silhouette being in a shadow. And this fight scene just lets you know right out the gate that Matt is going to be on demon time this season, because he's flipping around, messing dudes up, and he breaks a dude's arm even worse than the time that we saw it in last season of Born Again. After that, we got a good look of how Matt and Karen have been living since the end of Born Again Season 1. And they reveal that Matt and Karen are fully together this season. We get some updates about how Fisk operation has been working with him being the mayor of New York City. And a lot of that is revealed through some reports that BB Urich is still doing. And I'm so glad that they kept that element from Born Again Season 1. But we also get a lot of those details through conversations with Fisk and with Mr. Charles. With Mr. Charles being played by the great Matthew Lillard. And I just absolutely loved Fisk and Mr. Charles's back and forth dialogue between one another. And Matthew Lillard is already chewing scenery, and it's the very first episode of the season. We also got a Valentina name drop over the phone, and that confirms that Mr. Charles is working in that same world, which was just a really cool way to tie it into the overall MCU. Another thing that I liked about this episode was seeing Matt and Karen outside of the hideout, and they're kind of just doing this more like Winter Soldier thing, where they have to like be disguised and be discreet. It just adds like an extra level of like carefulness that they have to have. And those type of scenes make the stakes feel so much higher in this season, in my opinion. I'm very interested in Heather's PTSD with her Muse attack in Born Again Season 1. I also liked how they're giving all of these characters like Heather that I wasn't a big fan of in Born Again Season 1, better storylines. They gave McDuffie a good scene, and they gave Cherry a couple of good scenes as well, especially at the end of the episode, where we got some cool Daredevil action, but he ends up falling short and Bullseye has to save him. And we're getting 2 episodes next week, so I guarantee that that's going to be like a 2-episode arc with a Bullseye Daredevil team up of sorts, which is going to be super interesting since they have a common enemy in Fisk and Vanessa. All the scenes with the AVTF just made me hate them so much, and they were very mirroring, I will say. And I like that they're already not shying from that. I absolutely love this scene between BB Urich and Karen, especially with how close Karen was to Ben Urich. I love seeing Tony Dalton back as the swordsman, and I hope he has more scenes later in this season. Really, my only negatives with this episode have to do with more of the look of this show, because I do think there's this like weird lighting look where like a lot of lighting will look fuzzy on the camera. And there were like a couple of shaky shots where it was like just small little nitpicks that I had. Overall though, I thought that this was a very good start to Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. But y'all let me know what y'all thought of the episode, and make sure to follow for more Daredevil content just like this.